Fashionista, fashionista, fashionista. Here I come, take a picture.
What's happening, people? Welcome back to Unique Sessions. Today I'm talking about a topic that everyone goes through. Well, most people, I don't know, but most people go through it. It's self-condemnation. Self-condemnation, when you condemn yourself, when you're putting yourself down. It's linked to self-esteem, it's linked to a lot of things. It's linked to self-image, it's linked to identity. Self-condemnation, or condemning yourself. And the reason I brought up this topic today is because I've done it many times, and I've seen a lot of people who have done it, who are trying to deal with it, or still in that mess. And what self-condemning does is, okay, it's bad enough when someone's putting you down. We all know that bullying is bad. We know that abuse is bad. We know that putting down others is bad. When you're murking someone emotionally, mentally, crushing the way they see themselves, just finishing them off. Now imagine you're doing that to yourself. Self-condemnation is here. And when that's happening, you have nowhere to run. You have nowhere to run to. It's here. You could be laughing with your friends and thinking something else. You could be talking about a different subject and just fall into it. And the problem with that is when you start condemning yourself, all you need is a little trigger to start killing yourself inside. It does lead to a lot of things. One, when you start condemning yourself, if you're a parent, it can leak into how you treat your kids. When you start condemning yourself, it could lead to how you are in your relationships, your friendships, how you are with your family, how you are in life in general, how you see yourself, how you see others. Because when you condemn yourself, you could think, oh, I'm not as good as this person. I'm not, these people, everyone's better than me. I'm the lowest person here. I remember when I used to be in church. This is a very interesting story. Youth church, right? I was like 17, and I used to feel like I was the lowest, dirtiest, worst person there because I knew myself. And time went on, and then a girl was sitting behind me in one of the services, and she stood up and she said exactly what I said. She feels the same way. She feels like she's the worst person in that same place. And it stuck with me because that's what I thought myself. I didn't expect somebody else to think that way. And self-condemning just limits you in so many ways. It's like a mental glass ceiling. It's like, I don't know if you've heard of the experiment they did with a newt. Was it a newt or a frog? Some type of creature. Where it can jump. They put it in a jar, I think, and it could jump out of the jar anytime. It could jump out of the container anytime. But then they put a glass ceiling on top of it. They put this glass thing to cover it. So every time that thing jumped, it smacked his head on the ceiling. That thing couldn't see anything. It couldn't comprehend that there was glass there, because glass is see-through, so it couldn't comprehend what was going on. So every time it jumped, it smacked its head on that glass ceiling. But and eventually they decided to take the ceiling off to see what happened. But what happened was this creature had stopped jumping past a certain level. It stopped jumping past a certain level because it had registered in its head that that's as high as it can safely jump. Before that, it could jump over, and that didn't change. That thing could still jump over that container anytime and just go about its way. But it had been trained to think that that was its limit. And that's what happens every day. And the worst thing about it is it's so poisonous, this thing, that once you start thinking that about yourself, you start looking at others and getting mad at them when you see them going past what you believe is a limit. I don't know if you ever sat amongst a bunch of friends and you're trying to tell them that you want to do something, and they're like, oh, you can't do that. Nah, you can't do that. Nah, that's too far, mate. You have pipe dreams. They may say it that way on one way or another. They inadvertently mean it that way. For example, if I say I want to apply for a job, everybody believes if you apply and look long enough, you can get a job. But if you're doing something outside of that, like, oh, I want to build a business, I want to start a company, or I want to start an orphanage, I want to travel and open up a school, then they start looking at you differently. Because now it may be outside of their norm. You know, a lot of people we call haters, jealous people and stuff like that. A lot of the time you find that they condemn themselves and they have mental limits to their lives. And they reflect that onto other people. They reflect that onto others. So they just immediately think that if they can't do it, then it's impossible for somebody else to do it because they've already told themselves that. Or it could be that because they believe they can't do it, it hurts to see somebody else doing it. It hurts to see somebody else doing it. So they react in many ways. Either they avoid those people because they don't want to feel bad about themselves, or they start putting down those people because it hurts them, because they don't like what they see. Condemning yourself is so dangerous. It doesn't just affect you. That's what most people don't understand. How you see yourself affects everyone else around you. If you ever wonder why you feel a certain way about something, if you ever wonder why you see certain things the way you do, it's because of the way you see yourself. And it can come down to you condemning yourself. And also, I want to talk about a lot of people who talk about sensitive subjects in a very insensitive way. We all fall into that, but it can hurt others. There may be, for example, imagine there's somebody that doesn't think very well of themselves. Maybe they think they're unattractive. Maybe they think that they I don't know, something silly like smelling of bad breath. I don't know. They could just think they can't run that far. Maybe they think they can't achieve anything. And you're sitting there just giving it the bee's knees about how, look, man, if you don't believe you can't get somewhere, then you're a loser, innit? If you don't believe you can't get somewhere, then you're a loser. You could be burning the person listening to you. It's very important to be careful how you speak at the same time. It's so important. Now, I just wanted to put that as a side note. Back to self-condemnation. Anyone who's looking down at themselves, you may think that you can't achieve something. You may think you can't do something. You may think you can't go as far as or go a certain extent. The question I have for you is why? Why can't you do it? Why can't you do it? Oh, I can't start this business because life is too busy. I don't have the money. Oh, I can't do this because this, that. If you seriously look at a lot of the reasons why you say you can't do something, you'll find that it's an excuse. It's an excuse you've made for yourself. It's an excuse. I cannot say that enough. If you give yourself a reason not to do something and you have two hands, two legs, they both work, even if they don't work, what's stopping you? Oh, I want to write a book, but I can't write a book. Oh, I want to travel to this country, but I can't travel because of money. It's an excuse. It really is, because let's say you can't write a book. What's stopping you? What, you don't know enough on the topic? Is that the reason? Well, then why don't you study? Oh, you don't have enough time. Are you watching TV? Are you watching Netflix? Then you have time. You have time. There's just some things that you may have to put to the side. Oh, I don't have the energy for it. Why? Why don't you have the energy for it? If you have the energy to say it, then you have the energy to write it. You don't have to write it. You could just record it. Get a mic, record it somewhere. There's no excuse. If you believe, if you have a dream, if you see something that you think, oh, I'd love to be able to live that life, then stop knocking yourself down. Stop knocking yourself down. You're as capable as a lot of people out there. You may even be more capable. It just starts with the first step. Pick up a pen and write. Go and learn to swim. Start gymming. Go after that girl you like, fellas. Go on. Go after that girl you like. No point limiting yourself. Don't hold yourself back from things you aspire to if it's going to bless others. Any good thing, even if you do it for yourself, will bless someone else near you if it's a good thing. So yeah, self-condemnation, people. I just want to talk a little bit about that subject. If you have any comments, please leave it below. Whatever you want to say, please say it. If you have any questions, ask. I'll be more than willing to answer. God bless. Speak to you all soon. Later.